Come on. Holy mackerel, what a show. Hey, Skipper, come here and get a load of this. Ever seen anything like that before in your life?
Tabe. Bala kum no hi. Bala. Bala. Bala.
It's National Gorilla Suit Day!
Who says that Friday should be a dry day? If you're a regular guy. If I had it my way, who needs the highway? You'll just get a DWI. We can talk about issues and how much we miss you. Whether you live near or far, drink too much bourbon, you won't be disturbing. The man in the blue and white car, it's the I-Bar.
Well, Dan, what day is today?
It's National Gorilla Suit Day, John.
National Gorilla Suit Day, the day that comes around only once a year, and the day that we put aside as Americans to celebrate the legacy of Don Martin and Mad Magazine.
And what a show we have for you.
A fantastic show, a show about freedom, a show about self-expression, and a show about free speech. There are a few people we'd like to thank this year before we get started. Of course, GorillaSuits.com. GorillaSuits.com made these masks. Of course, once again, they didn't give us the gloves. And once again, they didn't respond to our emails. But thank you anyway, GorillaSuits.com, for inspiring us. Who else do we want to thank, Dan?
We have a new sponsor, John.
Oh, that's right. We have a new sponsor. Who's that?
Apex Tech.
Apex Tech, our new sponsor. Well, thank you, Apex Tech. And happy National Gorilla Suit Day.
L'chaim.
Stuck in a dead-end job? Not enough money to pay the bills? Sandwiches again?
If you're looking for a new career, we can help. Hi, it's that guy from Apex Tech again. Did you know that in 2 short months, you can have an exciting career as a bananologist? Our highly respected faculty will guide you through in-depth study of banana anatomy. You'll learn about the stem, the peel, the tip, and more important, what's inside. And look at the set of professional tools you get to keep when you graduate. Now, I can't call you. You have to take the first step. So go from this to this at Apex Tech. Now there's a career you can be proud of.
Call Apex Tech at 555-BANANAS. That's 555-226-2627. Operators are standing by.
Happy National Gorilla Suit Day!
Well, let's check in on the parade and see how things are going. But before we do, brace yourself, Dan. I hope you're ready for a shock. This is a big one. Mabel Fine, Larry Fine's wife of 78 years, has filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. And here on the scene with more information is GNN's Claudioski. Claudia?
Thank you, John and Dan. Yes, it's true. Larry and Mabel Fine have called it Splitsville.
Wow, this is so unexpected. After 78 years, Claudioski, what could have gone wrong?
Well, their rocky marriage really is nothing new. Mabel never quite forgave Larry for the affair he had in 1959.
An affair in 1959? This is the first we're hearing about it.
Well, John, after Lou Costello's untimely death, Larry wasted no time making the moves on Hillary Brooke.
I would have thought it would have been with Christine McIntyre.
One would assume so, Dan, but Christine was always a good girl, save for the Pontiac tryst in the gas station with Shemp.
Yes, Joe Besser made a reference to that in his book.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to get is the connection between Larry Fine and Lou Costello in the first place. I mean, it's not like they...
No, it's just
Claudia.
mustard.
Claudia.
What?
I'm just trying to gather some information here, you know? The news with Claudioski, are you with us?
Am I with you? Oh, okay. First of all, my name is not Claudioski. It's Claudioski. And I haven't eaten all day because of this stupid parade.
I understand.
I don't need this. I play violin. I have a boyfriend. At least I had a boyfriend until I hooked up with you two jerks. Now I'm alone every night. I'm lucky if I can get a cat to share my bed.
Why don't we go to the shelter and...
Because I'm allergic, you stupid jerk. I'm lactose intolerant. I can't.
Okay, you know what? I think we might have come at a bad time. We might have caught you at a bad time. Dan, I think we caught her at a bad time. Let's get something to eat. Relax. We'll come back. Folks, we're going to check back with Ms. Oski.
Oski! But what do you guys care? All you guys care about is your bourbon while I'm out here in the cold.
We're going to come back in a little while. Thank you, Claudia. Very nice. More keys. White keys, good. And press some buttons. We need some buttons. And push. Pull. Push. Pull. Push. And stop. I gotta tell you, you're really coming along. These lessons are doing you a world of good. Great. You're a great student. Hey, did you ever ship that holiday goose to your aunt in Sioux City?
Well, John, I wanted to. I wanted to send her a goose for National Gorilla Suit Day.
Yeah.
But, you know, the packing and the box and the materials.
It's expensive.
It's expensive. It's time consuming.
Well, guess what? You don't have to buy all that stuff. There are a number of household items you can use to safely pack a holiday goose to send to a loved one on National Gorilla Suit Day. Come on, let's take a look. I'll show you. Danny, don't touch that. Danny. Whoa. Danny, I'm serious. No, I got neighbors, man. They're going to see it. Put the gun down. Danny, I'm serious. Well, good evening and welcome. Welcome to another edition of Dan's famous Gorilla Workshop.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you come in.
Well, we just thought we'd stop by and visit you, Dan. How's things going today?
Things are going great in the workshop, John.
What are you going to make for us this week?
Well, John, we all learned how to make a clarinet out of a carrot.
I did see that. I saw that on Facebook.
That's right. But today, we're going to go a step farther, and we're going to make a saxophone out of a banana.
A saxophone out of a banana?
Yes.
Well, this I gotta see.
Well, first you need a banana.
Well, that's obviously.
Okay. And a power drill.
A power drill.
Okay, so then we're going to drill the bore.
I can see. This way you have an air column.
That is correct.
That's great. That's
Okay,
great.
then-
Okay, so now what do we do?
Now I'm going to take a small nail and make 3 pilot holes.
Oh, 3 pilot holes. You only need
Okay.
3 holes?
3 holes.
3 holes. It's a 3-hole saxophone. Okay, let's
It's
see
a
how it
3-hole
goes.
saxophone. I can make more if you like.
Nah, let's do 3 for now.
You'd be surprised what you could do with 3 holes. Okay.
I bet I would be.
That's 1.
Yeah.
That's 2.
Okay.
And that's 3.
All right, now that you've got the pilot holes, what's next?
I'm going to use the pilot holes as a guide to drill out bigger holes.
Okay.
Okay. That's 1.
Good. Yeah.
That's 2. And that's 3.
There you go. It's all right. We don't want to break it now. All right, so now we got the air column. We got the pilot holes. What do we use to make the sound through?
All right, well, we got to make the bell.
Okay, you make the bell.
We're going to make the bell from the stem side.
Is that right?
That's correct. I'm just going to cut this off.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make a bell shape.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! Isn't that clever?
Uh-huh.
And you break
You
off
take
that
off that
little
piece and eat it.
on the and then what do you do on the top? You just buzz your lips
Okay,
like a bugle?
you make like a bugle sound. Okay, can you do that? Great, that's it.
Okay, so let's hear what it sounds like. Can you play a song for us?
I'm going to play a tune for you.
That is amazing! That is so clever! Thank you so much for visiting, folks, today. Tune in next week when Dan makes an ocarina out of an apple. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Let's check in with Larry, see how he's doing at the parade. He's got to be having a good time. Hang on, we're going to cut in now. And looks like we're connected. Larry, are you there?
Yeah, I'm over here. I'm watching all the activity. I'm kind of depressed.
How's it going over there?
I'm looking for a place to live.
I heard. What happened?
I come home, all my stuff's outside on the front lawn, which is weird because we live in a hotel, and then Mabel tells me to leave. We're separated.
You separated from Mabel?
I'm separated from Mabel.
Well, you're at
It's awful.
Well, you're at the parade right now. What's on your agenda for the day?
My agenda for the day is getting me some tail.
Getting some tail?
You betcha.
Well, Larry, thanks for checking in. We're going to be checking in with you again during the course of the show. You can let us know what's going on the parade, okay? Larry Fine.
Larry Fine.
When Jane Goodall arrived in July 1960, she had enough finances to last 6 months. 6 months to get close to a shy yet potentially violent species of wild animal. For 3.5 months, she failed to get closer than 50 yards.
It's the easiest way to communicate with an animal is to offer it food. One is you're drawing it in, but you're also saying, I don't want to hurt you. So it's a kind of universal language amongst all animals, isn't it? And to be honest, it would take decades to get that kind of proximity to chimps without using food to speed up the process.
We were defined as man the tool maker, and it was supposed to make us more different than anything else from the rest of the animal kingdom.
So then we discovered another set of animals who make tools. In fact, there are lots of animals that make and use tools, so it was an amazing discovery.
But what is so remarkable about Jane Goodall's first 6 months in Gombe was that she made not just one groundbreaking discovery, but 2. She also demolished the belief of the time that chimps were peaceful herbivores.
It was not a good idea to feed bananas to chimpanzees because it distorts things from a situation, a context that you don't really have a good feeling for in the first place. But oh my goodness, here we have for the first time the opportunity for somebody to spend close time with a species that she and no one else in the world is recognizing to be astonishingly similar to humans.
Larry's checking in from the parade. He's going to give us an update. Larry, what's going on over there?
Well, we just left the gazebo. Now we're in the banquet room.
How's it going?
We're playing some music, and Curly's starting to dance, but I think his butt is attached to a couch spring.
A couch?
Sorry, I'm having a stroke.
A couch spring?
A couch spring. Couch spring.
And what's going on with this couch spring?
Every time he goes up to dance over there, he just gets pulled back and he lands back in the seat. It's actually quite entertaining.
Is anybody getting angry?
Oh yeah, people are getting upset and they're over there. Oh no, they're tossing pies. Oh, it's a real pie fest.
They're throwing pies?
Yeah, pies are flying.
Well, you better go somewhere safe.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here else I get my pie.
All right. Just go somewhere safe. We'll check in with you later. Thanks for calling.
Okay.
Larry Fine, ladies and gentlemen.
Larry Fine, ladies and gentlemen.
Dan, these are tough times here in these United States. Our freedom of self-expression is being inhibited. Our freedom of speech is being trampled all over. People from coast to coast are afraid of saying the wrong thing or what they think is the wrong thing at the wrong time to the wrong person for fear of being on the wrong side of a gun. And well, we're not going to let that happen here on IBAR Friday, certainly not on January 31st, National Gorilla Suit Day. We stand defiant when it comes to our rights of freedom of speech and freedom of self-expression. That's why today, on January 31st, Dan, we are going to ask you to draw, in the style of Don Martin, a picture of Muhammad Ali's opponent, Chuck Wepner, in the famous 1975 fight. Ali with the Bayonne Bleeder at the Richfield Stadium, Richfield Coliseum, Ohio. Are you ready? The Bayonne Bleeder. On your mark, get set, go. Now you got 2 minutes. Now understand that Chuck Wepner he was certainly not an unknown, although he wasn't extremely famous. Now make sure we can see what you're doing. We got to get a good look at this. It's looking good so far. I like the top of his head. It's looking great. Now the Bayonne Bleeder had fought a number of decent fights, most notably against George Foreman, where he was knocked out in 3 rounds, and Sonny Liston, where he was knocked out in 10 rounds. This fight took place in 1975, and what Wepner was famous for, with the exception of the Foreman fight, was going the distance. He had endurance. He just had endurance. And the character of Rocky was developed after him. Now, when he was in that fight with Ali, let's take a look. Let's see how you're doing. Good. We need stupid eyes. We need some floppy stuff. It's looking great. Make sure that picture is centered. He stood in the ring and hit Ali for the first, second, third round. Hit, swing. Ali just took it and let him wear himself out. The famous thing that happened during that fight were what we called, the first time I had ever heard of it, rabbit punches, where Wepner was hitting Ali in the back of the head. Ali kept pointing it out to the ref, who did nothing. Finally, second or third round, Ali got really upset and just grabbed Wepner and started punching the back of his head. Now, sometime around the 11th or 12th round, I remember Ali got hit in the ribs and went down. Reminded me of that first knockdown in Rocky. Ali came back in the 15th round and just pounded away and took him down. But you got to hand it to Wepner. He went 15 rounds with Ali, and Ali may not have been in his prime, but Ali still had the endurance that he always had, and he fought that fight the way he always did, which was to stay away from the punches. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I beat Sonny Liston, I beat George Foreman, I beat Joe Frazier, and now he took down Chuck Wepner. I remember the two of them. Let's take a look. It's looking really good. Now, don't forget, the mouth has to look stupid. We need some highlights and we need some fleas. I remember seeing the two of them on Mike Douglas, and they had a little argument there where Chuck Wepner actually said to Ali, I think you're funny. And Ali was like, you think I'm funny? Reminded me very much of Goodfellas. When I saw Goodfellas, when that first came out, it reminded me of Mike Douglas.
You laughing, and you think it's a joke? You're funny.
So I thought that was a great scene. Also, Muhammad Ali's original name, Cassius Clay, his middle name was Marcellus. And I always wondered if Tarantino got the idea of the tough guy Marcellus's name because of Ali. I always wonder if one was inspired by the other. Now, I like the hair, and the reason why I think Wepner lost the fight, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the hair. Wepner had hair kind of like the way mine was when I was about 28 years old. Too much for too little. And it was all over his face, all over his forehead, all over his eyes. He should have got a crew cut before the fight. Let's take a look at this, Dan. Let's see how you're doing. This is great. It looks perfect. Now take a look in the audience. If you notice on the left, there's Jesse Jackson. And look, it's Link from the Mod Squad. And hey, is that Batboy? You're at 2 minutes and 45 seconds, so let's wrap this up. Give it a signature. Let's say goodnight. For freedom of speech, Dan DiPaola, you have done it again. Happy National Gorilla Suit Day. You know, Dan, the pen is mightier than the sword. And nobody was exempt from the acid wit of the Mad Magazine cover. Here are some examples. Adam Sandler, Simon Cowell, Batman, Beavis, Justin Bieber, Bruce Springsteen, Tom Hanks, Eddie Murphy, pop music, Facebook, FEMA, Friends, Glee, Macaulay Culkin, NFL, Kim and Kanye, King Kong, Lindsay, Nicole, Britney, Paris. What the hell is that? We got Madonna, Max Headroom, Michael Jackson, Miley Cyrus, New Kids on the Block, These Jerks. Remember O.J. Simpson? Regis, Rocky, Roseanne, same-sex marriage, Seinfeld, Sopranos, Statue of Liberty, Superman, Terminator, The Finger, The Fonz, The Godfather, The White House, Titanic, Tom Cruise, Tootsie, Uncle Sam, Rambo, The Election, Nixon, Gore, Bush, Cheney, Clinton, Obama, and Rush Limbaugh. It's great. It's great. Hey, we just want to let people know that we'd like to say thank you to Doug Guilford of Doug Guilford's Mad Cover Site. Doug Guilford's Mad Cover Site covers everything about Mad Magazine. It's not just the covers, it covers Mad Magazine. Everything from the mid-50s all the way up until now, January 2015. Look at this month's cover. Doug Guilford's Mad Cover Site. Check it out, make a donation. Well, let's check in on the parade over at the Thinkin' Park and see how things are going. We are back with Claudioski. We hear there's a lot of action, a lot of good stuff going on over on your side of the park, Claudia.
Yeah, there really is. Very exciting. This guy, he was doing this thing. It was cool. It was really cool. I don't remember what it was, but you should have seen it. There's a kid, and he ate something. It was cute. It was really, really, really cute, and there are people and stuff.
Right this way, fellas. Come on with me.
Mr. Fine? Larry?
Claudioski.
Yes, it's so nice to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you too. I'm your biggest fan.
You are?
Sure I am. You know, I play violin too.
Do you wanna go to a roller disco or something?
Well, that all depends. Do you coo?
I do.
Oh boy, this is gonna be great. Come on, sweetie.
What just happened?
I want to know what's in those hot dogs.
You know, Dan, tonight is a very special night.
That's why I'm holding a dog.
Tonight is our 5th National Gorilla Suit Day show.
5 years.
5 years. We put together a little something for you to celebrate. Oh, hi! I didn't see you there. I'm John Tendy.
And I'm Dan DiPaola.
And welcome to the iBar Fridays headquarters.
The Inner Sanctum.
You know, Dan, there are a lot of great memories from a lot of great National Gorilla Suit Day celebrations.
A lot of water under the bridge, John.
A lot of water under the bridge, but it's a good sturdy bridge.
That it is, John. Hey, I've got an idea.
What's that, Dan?
Let's fire up this projector and relive some of our most memorable moments.
That is a capital idea.
What do you want to sing this week, Falafel? Today is your daughter's wedding.
Show us what you do with the banana.
You think it's too late to call Rich Wilkins?
Clop!
Let's give Rich Wilkins a call.
Ow, my face! Don't let go of the head!
You know he's got a new baby.
You son of a bitch!
Blizorch, take your mask off. Take your mask off.
Okay, I'm thinking about diarrhea.
Scissor fits. Take your mask off.
Hello.
Rich Wilkins.
Hey, Larry.
Hi, Cheryl. Trish. Dan.
Hey!
Why, it's the Gorilla Doughboy.
The wonders of poop. Fling your poop! Fling it! Fling it!
Get out of my house!
It's John Tendy and Dan DiPaola.
Squeak, squeak.
Do you know what f***ing time it is?
I don't think he's breathing.
You guys are assholes. Happy National Gorilla f***ing Day. Have a good night.
He hung up.
Stop.
Hi, I'm John Tendy.
And I'm Claudioski.
Wishing you a happy National Gorilla Suit Day.
I can't believe I did that.
Well, Dan, it's been one hell of an iBar.
And by the gods of Asgard, one hell of a National Gorilla Suit Day.
Special thanks to Barry Kesten, Carrie Butterworth, GorillaSuits.com, Doug Guilford's Mad Cover Site, and Claudia Chopek. Happy National Gorilla Suit Day.
Happy National Gorilla Suit Day.
Here's Tommy Finton.
If you want to be amazing, pick up a camera and vlog it. You will see all the voices on here on YouTube and everything else. If you want to be in paradise, stand around and do it. Pick up a camera and do it. Nothing else is defined by, everything is defined by your imagination. Here on YouTube, it is the spectrum of creativity. Ding, ding, ding.
I think we got what we need.
No! No!
I should have never told you were a good director.